moments. That is a heck of a bubble. David Fry swings through lefties to hurt right-handed pitching, but Foster offensively, as you're going to see.
Well, and it's not just these guys are capable of playing these other positions. They're actually good. Right to food.
Into right field. That's a base hit for Manzardo. We've eaten everything else in the ballpark so far 16 today. Total hits. Statue thing from
a few years ago for
Manzardo.
Little League World Series.
They did 1-1, and Brennan chops it on the left side of the infield. Berger ran by, and eventually Edwards makes the play. Berger was thinking double.
I think Berger was trying to run a screen. Thought we were playing a little hoops here. Look at this.
He was going to take it to the bag and try to run over the bag and throw it himself. Don't you think?
Yeah, I think that probably was the initial thought.
Area was a huge hockey fan and played hockey growing up. That's what was going through his mind in that moment. So I know you're from the West Coast. I just wanted to ask. Into center field, base hit. Just kidding. It's caught. You broke my mind with the Guardians, who are going to be on the All-Star team in the American League, and very rightfully so, as this ends up at shortstop and not in time on the throw. Schneemann beats out the peg from Edwards for an infield single. Run of 3 straight years from 16 to 18 to second base. Bruhan, little hesitation, and he still got the double play on the reach from Berger. Wonder when he wins an MVP run scored that pandemic season. He's yeah,
comic book hero,
right? You know,
player to your team. I'm all for him winning the team award.
Thought you were going to say you were the. That was fast.
Fans are still here having
it. Goes over to third. Brian Rocchio, who just had it. Are you in favor of the? Dane Myers over to third, and Schneemann moving over there gets out number.
Reading it came in at a little over 90 miles an hour from right. 8-0. In the fifth.
That's strike 3. That was quick work by Avila to retire the side. He goes hopping over the line.
Still acceptable. Naylor for RBIs.
So now here is Emmanuel Rivera, who is not tossed on May 4th at the Oakland Coliseum. A lot of pop-ups that end up out of play. That one right up the middle, and an easy out, number 1. So well done by Rivera. His ERA was 36,
but his edges right now. He's getting a liberal strike zone.
It's a base hit. David Fry, a 1-out single.
It's a big hit for David Fry right there. It's a 2-for-5 day. It's much better than 1-for-5. Just completely overmatched.
Manzardo, left field side, in search of his first major league home run. He was just a little bit short. To the warning track it went. But what's it like hitting under speed?
Just got to wait for it. Hey, that's a big league guy playing in that softball game.
That's a ringer, is what they call it.
He was with the Dodgers, and he hit his first, the Cubs first baseman forever. But he had come in. It was a blowout. I don't care who I hit.
That's right. Oh, he just reached back. 2-2. Popped up. Foul territory. He's going to make the catch. Who says pitchers can't field? Well, fielder pitchers. So Schneemann's now played 3 infield positions in the game, and that speaks to the flexibility we were talking about earlier that Stephen Vogt gets afforded for these Cleveland Guardians with the way this roster is made up. But you think about how that might serve him in the postseason, right? If you have matchups that you like, you can play somebody for 6 innings at one position, and then if you really like one guy to pinch hit in a specific spot for a player that on another team would be a you can't take him out, he will have choices on the menu to hit in that spot. It gives him offensive flexibility through his defensive planning.
Well, it certainly does. And the only thing I always thought, it's when you get into the postseason, I like some continuity.
Right.
And I like some consistency. I like the lineups the same. I like my guys playing in the same spots. I don't like the matchup stuff. Not in the postseason. And it's just because you sit a guy for 2 or 3 games and then he's got to go play, you know, against a great pitcher, but it's a good matchup. It's lefty versus righty. No. This isn't regular season stuff.
Wave and a miss, strike 3. Avila has retired 5 in a row.
5th strikeout as well. See that changeup right there, and we've seen different grips on the changeup. Avila, and then we saw earlier Munoz, and it's again different ways. Spread the fingers, you can do the circle, put it back in your palm.
Remember, by the way, Avila came in that 7th inning, so if he completes the 3 innings, will get the save here. The old 3-inning deal. This would be his very first career save. So the authenticator will be pressed into duty very late tonight in South Florida. If he can get that final out. Two and two. Check swing, did he? Yes, he did, and the ball game's over. Cleveland puts up 6 in the 5th and takes down the Marlins to break a very brief 2-game losing skid for the first place team in the American League Central.
Pretty simple for the Cleveland Guardians. The